What's going on, everybody? My name's Derek, and this is Fatal RPM. So I think I may have a solution to the boost leak. We have here in the box some more parts from ARM. You know I gotta have my ARM parts. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. So in this box is actually a new charge pipe. Now you might be asking yourself, why did you get a new charge pipe? Main reason, really the only reason, is because of the simple fact that when I went to go and put the inlets on, the charge pipe didn't line up. Now you might be asking yourself, well, instead of using the inlets, or not the inlets, the upgraded intercooler lines, why not just put on the old ones? The reason why is because I had to cut one of the bands, so I couldn't use it. And it's one of those solid aluminum bands that has like a crimp on one side. I wasn't getting it back on there. And I didn't want to have to deal with those materials cracking and whatnot because, you know, it's made out of plastic. So instead of dealing with that, got a new charge pipe. And the reason why I got this one is because unlike the one that's on the car has a bend at both ends. And it doesn't quite line up with the throttle body once you have the pipe, have it connected to the pipe. This one instead has the OEM connection, of which I have no idea where the ring is, or not the ring, but the clip is that goes to the throttle body. However, I still have the intercooler clips, so we can go ahead and use that. However, it does come with hardware, so if you do get the ARM intercooler itself, you will be able to hook it up to the stock plumbing, because it gives you this little adapter here to go to the OEM. We will not be using that, even though it has this ARM logo on here, which is awesome. I don't know why they didn't do this on the other parts, but we have that on there. And this one here is the charge pipe, very obviously. So you can see, unlike on the other one, this one, it has a bend going up like that, but on the other one, it curves down that way. Why? I guess it fits better with the stock one, kind of like how this curves like that, or that curves down like that. This one will fit better with this texture that they put on here. They really stepped up their quality, and this is super light. But this is what we're gonna go ahead and install. I got the Tile BOV, or not the Tile BOV, the HKS BOV flange, and instead of me showing you how to install that, because God knows I don't want a repeat of last time, I actually went ahead and grabbed this guy here, which is a set of snap ring pliers, because I am not playing. I'm not fighting with the snap ring for 2.5 hours, and they're chopping my finger off. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is, instead of installing that all again, we're going to go out to the car, throw this on. Literally, all you got to do is you put your, I forget which one we run, MAF or MAP mat sensor right there. Go ahead and put the clip on in there, which I'll do right now. All right, so we got the clip right here, and that's a lot smaller. This is not going to work. So it looks like I'm actually going to have to get a new one, because that literally fits inside of that. More waiting.
The following Thursday.
All right, so it's been a couple days later, but we finally got everything we need to install the charge pipe. As you can see, we put the O-ring in there. This is the clip that we needed. I also went ahead and installed the BOV on here. Now, one tip that I found to make this a lot easier on myself, other than those pliers, if you actually take the little front piece off, the little shroud around that heat sink looking thing, that actually comes off, and you can get a straight shot to the C-clip. So that makes it a lot easier, but we're just gonna go ahead and throw this in here. It is OEM, so it will clip right in place, and it should align right up with their intercooler lines. So we'll see. Uh-oh. That's much, much, much further away. All right, so relatively painless. We got the OEM clip in there. We got this guy here. So this is the band that actually came with the tubing here. So we're going to use this, not the band that came with this, because it was just a bit too narrow and it wouldn't fit on there. Or I couldn't get the charge pipe into the tube with this fully clamped, and I tried to do it with it apart, and I couldn't get it back together, so that didn't work. But other than that, let's go ahead and start it up, make sure the blow-off valve's still working, and we'll go ahead and see if this has fixed our vacuum, our boost leak. Fingers crossed here. Otherwise, I wasted $130. All right, everything seems to be working. So, go ahead and grab this stuff from under here. Let's take it around the block. See how she's working. Hopefully no boost leak. Fingers are still crossed on that one. Let's see.
One frozen wasteland later.
All right, so it's really cold out here, so excuse me if I'm talking super fast, but I figured out what's wrong. Maybe, we'll see. After I installed the charge pipe, I went to take the car around, and I did not have a brake pedal. So I'm like, oh, wait, I must have accidentally bumped the brake booster vacuum line, whatever. So I came in here, I put it back in place. Then I had the bright idea, let me check the vacuum off of that. So what I did is I went ahead and I blew into this, and I can hear an air leak. And let me show you. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this on the camera, but so I don't know if you could hear that or not, but the boost leak or the vacuum leak's coming from down here. And since I replaced every line except for one set of lines in particular, and that is the ones that go from the boost controls over here down to the wastegates, I kind of figured I may or may not have broken one of the vacuum lines, taking them off. So I went ahead and ordered some more. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull these things out real quick, take them inside, cut them up, and come back out here, put them in place. And that should fix the boost leak. I'm hoping, because it's really cold outside. A few short minutes later, lines all together, put some zip ties on the barbs just to make it a little more secure. I know it doesn't really matter, but did it just for my peace of mind. And put some little brass fittings on there just to have the color pop a little more, and I think it really complements the red. So let's go ahead and throw these down in there. So we're gonna go from back to front. All right, so one, I had to take off these gloves because I could not get that thing on there, mainly because of the oil residue on everything. So we went ahead and finally got it on there. It took a little bit of time, a lighter, and a lot of cold hands or fingers. So everything's in, everything's secure, nice and tidy. Time to start up the car and go for a ride. Let's see if this finally works. This time I'm actually going to take you guys along. So let's go ahead and get this cold start. Yep, that's fixed. 100% fixed. And this car officially scares me again. Oh, God. Alright, so what we're actually going to do is we're going to go and top off my wheel because I have a slow leak. Not entirely sure what's wrong with it because they're brand new tires and I haven't really driven anywhere, so I guess I must have gotten a puncture somewhere. I'm hoping that's it, and the fact that I didn't crack my rim, but I guess we'll see. So let's go ahead and get to the gas station. So we're back at the house now. So it looks like everything's pretty much good. The biggest thing that really freaked me out after I did this was, it was really weird, but my blow-off valve wasn't working. But as you can hear, I guess you can't hear it over the exhaust, but you can hear the turbo noise now, which is another thing I couldn't really hear. So everything's good there. However, I am still getting a breakup past quarter throttle, and I'm not entirely sure what that issue would be. I've done a little bit of research, and it said it could possibly be my injectors, my coils, or the spark plugs. So I've done all of those, and it's been about a little over 5,000 miles since I got the very first thing done, which I think may have been the injectors. So if anybody has any information on that, go ahead and link it down below. Other than that, I want to thank you as always for watching the video. At some point in time, I am going to be doing the port injection as well as the LS style upgraded coils for the 335. I think they're like called the Precision Raceworks or something. But other than that, so again, I want to thank you for watching the video. Go ahead and subscribe and hit the little bell notification icon thing, mabob, if you want to get any notifications on anything that I do with this car, the 335, or my 300ZX. Hit the like button if you like the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.